folks, this is just a quick video overview of the Buffalo Special 6 shirt. We've just got delivery of these in recently. This is a perennial bestseller for us. There are a few videos knocking about on YouTube, not that many, one or two, and I just wanted to mention it here. I think it's worth a mention. It's a very interesting piece of kit. For those not familiar with, anybody who is familiar with them doesn't really need me to tell them anything about it, but there are several things about this garment that make it special and a bit different. First of all, Buffalo are a Sheffield based company, and they still make the vast majority, if not all, I think, of their products here in the UK, so that in itself is a bit unusual. The other thing about it, when it comes to outdoor gear, this is kind of a one-stop shop, the Buffalo that is, because normally, you know, rightly we talk about the importance of layers and that kind of thing in outdoor gear, but this is really one of the original pieces of outdoor kit in that it pretty much does everything in one package. It actually does away effectively with the need for layering, and I'll explain why. Basically, it's made from Pertex Classic. This is a very durable, robust, highly windproof fabric. It's not waterproof, it's water resistant. It will shed rain, shed water, but it's not waterproof. But how this works and why it's so effective is that underneath here it is lined, you can see, with this very soft, very warm, deep pile fleece. Now this stuff is exceptionally good at wicking moisture away from your body. Now, as we all know, having moisture next to your skin after you've been active, you know, your sweat will cool, gets clammy, and starts to cause problems in terms of, you know, bringing down your body temperature, that kind of thing, kind of lethal consequences, etc., etc. So it's very important, obviously, to get the moisture away from your skin, and this does it exceptionally well. It pulls the sweat away from your skin, brings it out through to the outer of the jacket. It disperses very, very quickly over the Pertex surface, and then of course it will evaporate very, very quickly into the air. So basically keeping you nice and warm and dry and comfortable. And that's basically how it works, and that's why really it's best worn next to the skin, because the less you have between your flesh, your bare skin, and this fleece, the better. Now, a lot of guys will use a base layer under this. That's fine, as long as your base layer is high wicking and, you know, is helping the process of sweat, of wicking the sweat away and not, you know, not getting in the way too much, so to speak. So a good high wicking base layer under this is fine, but you really don't need anything else. And it does work brilliantly next to the skin, even, you know, even in fairly extreme conditions. I know guys who've been out in fairly bad conditions, they have just this on and they are toasty warm. So there you go, it does the job. Also, just to say, if it's not waterproof, if it does get wet, it's not a problem, because this deep pile fleece will continue to give you a good measure of warmth and insulation even when it's wet. This Pertex dries very, very fast indeed. There's a video somewhere knocking about YouTube where a guy submerges this in water completely, then he walks around in it for about 20-25 minutes, and it's pretty much dry again. So even you get it soaked, it will still continue to give you, you know, a measure of insulation, and at the same time it's going to dry very fast. So even if it gets wet, not a problem. Don't make the mistake, please, of putting anything over this, like a waterproof jacket or anything like that, because it's not necessary. All you're going to do is you're going to get in the way of the, you know, of the evaporation process. You're actually going to defeat the object of the jacket. So that's worth mentioning that. In terms of features, the jacket has this really, really, really good, really big front pocket, as you can see. There's a very warm jacket, so you've got down here, hard to see, but you have openings here which help with putting the jacket on and off, obviously, or getting the jacket on and off, but also you can dump the heat when things are getting a little bit too warm in there. Actually, this jacket really creates its own little microclimate for your body. but you can play around, as I say, and you know, adjust it accordingly. You can, it doesn't come with a hood, but you can get a hood for them. A Pertex hood is available. So there you go. Fantastic piece of kit. Anybody who's got these, I've never heard a bad report yet, really, on one. They are just phenomenal. They're not that expensive either. As I say, we've just got some more of these in. So if you're about here, if you know, call in. Feel free to call in anytime. Take a look at what we do. If you're not, well, I hope this video was of some interest and of some use to you. Thanks again for listening, folks, and please take care. Thank you.